Well, hello there. Thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and I'm here to take you through Thousand Trails, Orlando. It's actually in Clermont, but it's here in it's one of the premier Thousand Trails parks because there's a lot of amenities at this park, and I'm going to take you through and show you what they look like and show you some of the spots, some of the animals that are here in this area, because there's a few, mostly the flying kind. I don't mean mosquitoes, I mean just birds like that one. Anyway, but we'll take you through some of the different parts of this park, some of the newer areas and some of the older areas too alike. And I made a video about 3 years ago about this park, but I wasn't able to film some of it because there was some flooding going on, and also parks always change year by year. In fact, this section here is fairly new. It might be less than 3 years old. Anyway, we'll take you through it, let you take a look at it so you can get an idea in case you just want to stay here. So come on with us, because you just entered the Coolest Life RV Park Review Edition. So when you first get here, you actually pull off, I believe it's State Road 27. You pull off down there. You drive this long road. The great thing about this is it takes you away from busy 27, because it is very busy. Now those are houses, those are not part of the park, but the main entrance is right down there, which we're going to go through in a minute. But as you get here, it turns back around. As you get here on your left, it's going to be an area that looks like this, which is for propane. So if you need propane, get it before you go in. That'd be advisable. And you can pull up here. There's plenty of room to drive around. I'd probably go that way and then come down this side of those far cars, in between those cars, and pull around, because mine's on my driver's side. But that's part of the park there that you see. And also this is the rental building, so you can rent golf carts, and I don't know what else you can rent there, probably boats on this place. They've got overflow parking for extra cars and or trailers, which one of my trailer for sale is actually over there. As long as you're pre-registered, you can go up in here to this left lane, or where most of these cars are parked. The lane furthest to the left is actually outgoing, but if you stay to the left of this lane here, they can actually check you in there. So hopefully you've pre-registered to get here. Lane to the right is actually for a code, so you type in your code, and they give you all that information right here at this building. You don't have to go to a main office to get everything, because this is basically the main office for items like that. If you come in here and then you take a left, you get parks like this. This is one of the older areas. They do have a couple of these little cabins that you're staring at right here that are available for rent. In fact, I stayed in one of these one time. And there's a couple others that are not available for rent that are actually owned by people, which is that one straight ahead. In fact, let's go down there and take a look at it. It's what you call your park models, is what they call those. They're basically trailers that don't go anywhere. They put them in there and they set them up, and they're just like a mobile home park. You set there. You can see they're very well kept and clean, and everything's nice and orderly. Not a bunch of garbage sitting out everywhere. So this is one of their pads here. You can see it's actually concrete all the way up, so you can back your RV in here right here. Right there was cable. I don't think they do cable anymore. And that's also the sewer right there where those blocks are. Got your water hook up here. And this should be 30, 50, 110 in that order. And this is exactly what my power pole looks like too. It's 30, 50, 110, not 50, 30, 110. What else I want to show you about this? One thing I did notice about this park, unlike a lot of parks, is the sewer. A lot of the newer sewers, they've got threads. They've got threads on this hole, so you put your plug down into it, they're a little 90 degree, and it screws in there. Well, these don't have that. In fact, I'm going to cover this up, just because we don't want any varmints going down it. That's where they should be leaving it. But I don't think they've got cable here anymore, so I think this is just what they need to get rid of. But this is a site here. It's basically the same size as mine, and they each come with a picnic table. All sites are not created equal. As you can see, there is no concrete pad in this one. So this is more like mine. It's a nice level spot, but it is gravel and dirt and a little bit of grass around. So that's more like what mine looks like, is that one there. But it's no big deal. I mean, people park on them just fine. Like this gentleman here's got his setup out, and so I get a lot of kids in there at his rugs. And here is one of their laundry buildings. Actually, I haven't gone in here yet. But pretty standard. $3 to wash. I think it's $3 to dry too. It says tokens, so you buy tokens. They do not reimburse you for tokens. They do have a little area here for different advertising things, and I need to know about this one here. Today is this day, so they got cash bingo, doors open at 4, 6. I'll be going to bingo tonight probably. Candy bar bingo the next day, mostly geared for kids, because this is not a 55 and over park. New hours, 9 to 9, pickleball, all that good stuff. You are close enough here to hear the fireworks from Disney. I'll be listening to those tonight. Once you get your tokens here, and it tells you how much each token is worth. So $3 to wash, $3 to dry. It's a little higher than most places. Hopefully I won't run into someone here in the restroom, but I want to show you this. Restrooms. All right. Showers, like they're in decent condition. No problem showering here. Always wear flip-flops when you shower in places like this. That's for sure. Regular toilet, and that one's out of business. My guess is this is pretty standard for what the other 3 that they have on property look like. So this is, like I said, is a very big park. That's like, there's a lot more than 3 of those. I think there might be 5 of those buildings like that. And it's row after row, and you can see some more houses down that way. One thing I want to say is, oh, there's some that are rentals. Those there, rentals 2000 trails. They actually have a cabin pass that you can get. And if you don't have an RV, you can just go visit the cabins as you tour the area. I'm going back here now to one of the older sections. Great thing about this park is you're less than 10 miles from Disney World and all that stuff. Epcot, I think there's 14 miles from Epcot. Everything's less than 20 miles. I mean, everything that Orlando has to offer is less than 20 miles, so it's all really close. This wind isn't too much. This is a nice little dock area. These are some of the rental boats that you can rent through the Parks and Rec area. But it's actually, there's used to be a boat dock, I believe, but they don't let you do that anymore. They got these fences set up. It is a mini beach if you want to come out here and enjoy some of this white sand, but it's just a nice place to go kayaking, I assure you. Let me show you what it looks like, how close you are and everything. And right there's the park. Good parking though. And this is part of the older section of the park, so they've got a lot more park models up in this area. They do have a few RV sites set up, but mostly it's park models. And I think a lot of these RV sites, they're not going to be part of your 1,000 Trails package. You'd have to reserve these, so people get these reserved. They reserve them year round. They just pay the fee, so they always got a place to stay. Looks like there's a yurt back there in the corner. You can see the overgrowth with the trees and stuff, so you could say that there's a lot of places to park under the trees, or you could say, well, not really. That's not really a yurt. The area is prone to flooding. This whole area here was flooded when I was here last time. It had about 6 inches of water. You couldn't see the grass right in here. But there is only one way in and one way out of this section. Here's a few more of the rental cabins. A lot of these are 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom, if not 3 bedroom, but most of them are 1 bedroom that you can rent. None of these look like they're rented right now. It can be a little expensive. It's going to be a little more than a hotel, I assure you. But when you can park right next to the door and you got these kind of amenities on property, it can be worth it. And this is definitely one of the newer sections, as you can tell. For one, there's no trees. Yeah, they tend to do that. I don't know why they do that. I guess it's just easier coming here with machinery and pour concrete if there's no trees in your way. But that's what they choose to do. Great thing about areas like this is you can get Starling pretty easily because you don't have to worry about trees. But I got several of these, probably, I don't know, 400 that are all looking just like this with the concrete pad and all. Just off the pool here, they got the music up loud, but they got a fitness area. Got some free weights and some machines, some treadmills. They actually have two pools here. There's this one here, and they got more of a kiddie pool on the other side. It is just off the main building here, which is the main activities building. Everything's pretty much right here in this area. Pickleball courts are over there. I'll show you those in a minute. And got a playground over there. They got a playground here. People playing shuffleboard. Again, right here's the pool. That's a kiddie pool there. So playing shuffleboard here. Pickleball courts look to be in great condition. I'm actually looking through the fence right now because there's people out there. They're breaking, but they're players. And there's 4 more on the other side of that other fence. So lots of pickleball here. Inside this activity center, they've got these things here. Nice little store. Nice little break area for dinner. More of these. And over here they got a mail room, so if you can get mail sent here, any packages are $5. That's what they charge you. And there's a nice big room straight ahead. This is the main room here. They're about ready to do bingo, and it's done electronically, which is a good thing because it's perfectly timed and you can buy tickets here. And they also have live bands in here for dances, different things like that. Each organization, if they've got card groups or something like that, normally they'll have an area like this. They'll be able to put their stuff in, quilters or whoever might be here on property. And that is the cafeteria. And they are open like 12 hours a day. It's like 8 to 8 or something like that. It's pretty good. Got a good variety, burgers and dogs and ice cream and all kinds of stuff. There is this one room. They got puzzles. You can pull out the whole puzzle board, start your own, or start helping someone with one's already got started. The puzzles, pool table. It smells a little like sweat in here. And ping pong, table tennis. So lots of amenities, different things to purchase at the store and all. Showers, different types of sites. The great thing is the majority of them are pretty dang level. I'm just saying, they really are. And I have no problem coming to this park again. In fact, this is our second time here because we enjoyed it the first time. Ooh, I'm trying to get this thing to balance so I can do that. But if you have your car here, you can park behind the activity center. Plenty of parking there. Also, I'll tell you about this park. There are a few speed bumps. Speed limit is 10 miles an hour. That's reasonable, not 5. It's 10. 10's reasonable. 5, not so much. Sorry, pet peeve of mine. Anyway, I don't have a problem coming back to this park. In fact, if I get a chance, I probably will, because I like the amenities. Next time I come here, I may be part of the cabin program. We'll see. But I'm gonna let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're ever in the Orlando area, maybe, just maybe, you'll say, hey, I want to go see Mickey. Maybe you'll save this 1,000 trails. I'll let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe, because I need to get back here living the coolest life. So that's RV Park Review Edition.